Hi, I'm Brian Trulin with Quarterback Film Room. This is going to be the audio version of our 2020 draft guide, which is quarterback based. 2020 QB Film Room draft guide. Ranking the class. Number 1, Justin Herbert, Oregon. First round projection. Number 2, James Morgan, Florida International University. Projected to go second through the fourth round. Number 3, Joe Burrow, LSU. Projected to go first round. Number 4, Tua Tagovailoa, Alabama, expected to go first round. Jacob Eason, number 5, Washington, first round. Number 6, Jordan Love, Utah State, second round projection. Number 7, Jake Luton, Oregon State, projected to go in the fifth round. Number 8, Cole McDonald, Hawaii, fifth round projection. 9, Nate Stanley, Iowa, sixth round. Number 10, Brian Lewerke, Michigan State, fifth round. Number 11, Kenji Bahar, Monmouth, FCS, 7th round. Number 12, Jake Fromm, Georgia, expected to go 4th through the 5th round. Number 13, Jacob Knipp, Northern Colorado, FCS, 7th round. Number 14, Jalen Hurts, Oklahoma, expected to go 4th round. Number 15, Khalil Tate, Arizona, expected to go UDFA. Number 16, Nick Tiano, UT Chattanooga, UDFA. Number 17, Mason Fine, North Texas, UDFA. Number 18, Jackson Erdman, St. John's, Division III, UDFA/tryout. Number 19, Anthony Gordon, Washington State, UDFA. Number 20, Case Cookus, Northern Arizona, FCS, UDFA. Number 21, Shea Patterson, Michigan, UDFA. Number 22, Bryce Perkins, Virginia, 7th round or priority, UDFA. Number 23, Steven Montes, Colorado, UDFA. Number 24, Tyler Huntley, Utah, UDFA. Number 25, Kelly Bryant, Missouri, UDFA tryout. Finally, number 26, Ryan Willis, Virginia Tech tryout. Number 1, first player report, Joe Burrow, 6'3.5", 220 pounds, LSU. The overview on Burrow. Burrow's meteoric rise to stardom during the 2019 season was historically unprecedented as he took home a national championship and Heisman Trophy while compiling a beyond jaw-dropping stat line of 5,671 passing yards with 60 touchdowns against only 6 interceptions while completing a staggering 76% of his throws. Burrow also rushed for 368 yards and 5 touchdowns, the level of consistent excellence he displayed in executing the Joe Brady offense was almost magical, considering how average Joe was viewed by evaluators coming into the year. Burrow began his career at Ohio State and was a reserve backup player for 2 years there after redshirting in 2015. Notable, Burrow was also a standout high school basketball player and was named first-team All-State point guard as a senior. His basketball background bleeds through his game on film. We'll come back to this later. Now, he's put himself in a position few, if any, had envisioned him being in a year ago. So, operating as the triggerman for offensive coordinator Joe Brady's shotgun-based spread system, Burrow was flawless in his execution both on and off script. At his core, Burrow is a timing and anticipation passer who understands pre-snap coverage and defender leverage extremely well to simplify his decision-making process. This speaks to his high football IQ, and the system at LSU was perfect for him in this regard. Burrow was also surrounded by elite talent on the perimeter that made his job easier, but it was still up to Burrow to make the system function. And he did as good of a job as we could have ever seen a college quarterback do in this regard now. What often is overlooked is the amount of work Burrow put in during the offseason summer with his receivers during the lead-up to 2019. His pass catchers seemed to always be on the same wavelength as Burrow and saw the game the same way he did. As a result, Burrow was able to anticipate their movements and routes, which led to an almost telepathic level of communication. And Burrow was able to throw to spots on the field with great trust. This speaks to his leadership ability and making sure everyone is on the same page, a behavior which is absolutely vital at the next level. Burrow is well-versed and competent at using his eyes to move deep defenders in order to open up windows to place the ball at the intermediate and even deep levels of the field. His ball trajectory and placement on fade throws, deep and back shoulder, is the best in the class, and a strength of his game. There are countless examples on film of Burrow connecting on back shoulder throws with laser-like precision. His ability to position his feet to match up to the type of route he is throwing, short, intermediate, deep, is uncanny for a college quarterback. It speaks to the fact that throwing with timing and rhythm is ingrained into his DNA. As for his ability to feel pressure and escape with great instinct and agility, a trait that was developed in large part playing basketball, his basketball background, where spatial awareness, reaction skills, and agility are required, especially at the point guard position. Burrow being a distributor of the football is also a transferable trait from being a high-level point guard, as his sense for spacing and timing is high level. He plays the position with an internal clock that all offensive coaches love their quarterback to have. Now, Burrow is already polished from this standpoint, which is the starting point for everything he does as a player. He shows the ability to change ball speed with ease, depending upon the type of coverage, particularly on any sort of out-breaking route, 8 to 10, or corner route. And routinely throws his targets open in these situations, as his feel for undercoverage defenders is quite good. He's able to throw over and around these dropping defenders. From a technical standpoint, everything checks the box, but his throwing motion could be a little bit more clean, specifically to become a bit more quick. This is nitpicking to a degree, but encouraging. Burrow to continue to refine his release and motion needs to be a coaching point moving forward. The Joe Brady system was QB friendly as he'll ever play in, most likely. So there is a faction of analysts who say Burrow is somewhat of a product of a system. I'm not willing to go that far, but I do acknowledge the fact that circumstances were ideal for him to excel in 19, and he was just an average player before Brady came into the picture. Adjusting to pro football will put more stress on traits like arm strength, overall velocity, and release. Burrow does not have a strong arm, NFL standards, so in that sense, the system he goes to will have to cater itself to this fact and not force him to become a player he is not. One last thing to keep an eye on will be his ability to deal with blitz pressure consistently. He played behind one of the best offensive lines in all college football. When he did face immediate interior pressure, either manufactured or front four, he became hesitant and predetermined where to go with the ball at times, resulting in him missing secondary options that became open post-snap. At times, Burrow will also perceive pressure, threats, based on a blitz look pre-snap or unaccounted rusher as being more imminent than they actually were. The projection for Burrow. For all the good that Joe Burrow put on tape in 19, I do not believe he's a can't-miss prospect entering draft day, like the handful we've seen over the years: Wentz, Luck, Stafford, Palmer, Roethlisberger, Elway. However, when you factor in all the player data on Burrow, the leadership bent, you have many of the hallmarks of a franchise quarterback, and we view Burrow in that light. So he's going to be a top 5 selection in the draft and would be able to play right away and produce in the right system. At best, he'll end up being a Pro Bowl player who a team can consistently win with for years, and at worst, he'll end up having an opportunity to at least become a franchise quarterback in the league, but maybe not live up to expectations. So we believe that with the right coaching and system, Joe Burrow can end up being a solid top 15 level starting quarterback in the league someday.